What up, everybody? It's your boy Zach the King, man, back with another video. And as you can see from the title, ICE claims another victim. Um, you know, they murdered again. They murdered somebody again. Hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and help the channel grow. Let's get right into it. Unfortunately, today, I watched this video about 5 or 6 different times from a few different angles, and ICE has claimed another victim again. If you haven't been watching the news today, a 37-year-old man by the name of Alex Preddy, who was an ICU nurse in Minnesota, was shot 9 times and killed by ICE agents. Let me say that again. He was shot 9 times and killed by ICE agents. Now, this happened at I think it was a political rally or something about ICE. You know, they've been doing these in Minnesota, especially since the first person that got killed, I didn't make a video on this, but Renee Nicole Good was killed on January 7th. Now, I'm sure y'all have seen that video of the lady in her car where they say that she was trying to run over the ICE agent, which we've watched it 1,000 times from all different angles, slow motion, AI, digital enhanced, and she was clearly trying to get out of the way of even being in that confrontation, if you ask me. But she was fatally shot, mother of 3. So rest in peace to her. Then what's not talked about is they shot another unnamed Venezuelan man on January 14th in Minnesota as well. That hasn't gotten a lot of news coverage, but it happened right after this one happened to the Renee Good female I just mentioned. Now today we have Alex Preddy. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. ICU nurse, somebody who works and job and went to school to help others and probably save some lives himself, is got his life taken by ICE agents. Now, if you watch the video, you can see an ICE agent pushes a lady with an orange backpack down in the snow. She slipped and fell down in the snow. Then they proceeded to spray him with pepper spray as he's trying to help the lady. All right. He was not fighting them. He was not posing no threat. All the confrontation started was because he was filming them. It's not illegal to film anybody in the United States, police or not, okay? He wasn't interfering with any kind of investigation or anything like that. He was trying to help the lady who had just got forcefully pushed by an ICE agent. And he was pepper sprayed. Then they started, he's trying to help her up. She's the one that's really being combative to them. Nothing happened to her, fortunately. But then they all pounced on him, about 6 to 7 agents. And then you start hearing shots go off. It was about 9 to 11 shots. But I think they said he was shot 9 times out of those 11 shots. Now, they're saying that he had a gun on him, which they haven't confirmed that he had the gun. Some people are saying that was his phone and that the ICE agent just had another gun. I don't know about that part of the detail of it, but even if he did have the gun, before the shots went off, you could see the ICE agent walking away with a gun in his hand. Now, whether that was his gun or whether that was Alex Preddy's gun is a mystery to all of us right now. There's going to be an investigation, obviously. But then you start hearing, so obviously if he did have a gun, he was disarmed. Then 3 to 5 seconds later, you hear him getting shot 9 times as he's laying on the ground. You know what I mean? How long is it going to take until people get tired of this shit is what I'm wondering. They love to burn shit down in Minnesota. So it's only going to be so much that people is going to be taking here. And with this ICE shit, I see motherfuckers who can't wait to join ICE online. They can't wait to go get in the mix and do a bunch of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you type of people are sick. You are the type of people that never had a life, you probably couldn't make it in the police force. You probably couldn't make it in the military. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, they'll let anybody join ICE. I got an email recruiting me and everybody that I work with to join ICE earlier in the year. So that means that they're sending that shit out to everybody. It don't matter what your job is. If you work for the government, you can join ICE. You don't have to have no kind of military background, no kind of police training, no, none of that. You can just, that's why you see so many of these people handling situations the way that they are, because they're just going off of just regular ass emotions. No kind of logic, no kind of empathy for nobody, no kind of anything. You know what I mean? And it's mainly white people. Like, let's just keep it a band. It's mainly white people who are given this so-called power to do what the fuck they want and masked, and no repercussions or consequences is coming from it. And you're seeing the results of that. And it's only going to get worse. This is just the first year of Donald Trump's second term, and it's only going to get worse. Now they have a memo going around that says that ICE can forcefully go inside your home without a warrant, which is against the Fourth Amendment in the Constitution, which specifically says you have protection in houses. And it's just reminding me, you know, I'm a history person of just Nazi Germany. You know, as much as that has become the cliche narrative around this ICE thing, it really is turning into Nazi Germany all over again, bro. If you go back and do your history, this is the same thing that they are doing to Latinos, and to Latinos, let's just put it out there, because that's who's being targeted. It's the same thing that the German people were doing to Jewish people, asking them for their papers, locking them up if they didn't have whatever documentation that they didn't want, and even killing them. You know, it hasn't gotten, excuse me, to the point where they're locking these people up and gassing them, but they're locking them up in internment camps. I know y'all heard of that place in Florida where people have died in custody so far. And this shit is just getting more and more worse and sickening by the day to even watch it. Like, sometimes I don't even want to get on social media or flip on the news, because every day is something different with this administration and what he's allowing. And it's only a matter of time before people start shooting back and start killing some of these ICE agents. Now, I'm not, you know, hoping for that or condoning that, because, you know, nobody deserves to get shot, whether you're doing your job or whether you are trying to make sure somebody's doing their job correctly. But, you know, why aren't they, America is full of immigrants, illegal and legal, but the only ones that they're going after are Hispanic and Latinos and some Arabs and Somalians. What about the Asian ones? What about all these Chinese people that are sneaking over the Mexican border every single day? Like, China's sitting back like, yeah, man, they so worried about these people. We got our spies coming in through the border every single day. Go on YouTube, if you don't believe me, and see how many reports that they're doing of Chinese people, military-aged men, coming across the border every single day. And when we go to war with China, which we're supposed to here in 2027, from what I hear and what we've been building up for here in Japan for the last 2 years, being that they're going to invade Taiwan, which is, you know, the word around town here in the military community. They're already going to have so many sleeper cells in America, which they do now, and they're going across the border right now as I'm speaking to you. But nobody's worrying about the Asian and Chinese illegals. Nobody's worried about any white illegals that are there from Europe or Australia or any of these other countries. Nobody, or Canada. Nobody's worried about, you know, any other race except for mainly Mexican people. You know what I mean? You got so many Venezuelan motherfuckers over there illegally, but as soon as the president was captured, then I seen something in the paper that says they got a right. We're gonna figure out a way for them to have a right to citizenship. So you don't care about Mexicans, but you care about Venezuelans all of a sudden, man. And that's a whole nother topic, because we now know that they was only fucking with this man to steal his oil. Just like they fucking with Greenland because they want all these natural resources and minerals. And, you know, the history books are not going to be nice to this whole administration. People are not going to forget. All these people that work under Donald Trump is an 80-something-year-old man. He's going to die soon. You know what I'm saying? And when he's gone and out of office, all these other people are going to have to face the consequences and the wrath of the things that they were a part of and allowed happen under their watch as well. Because nobody wants to step up and say anything, even though they know that shit is morally wrong. And maybe they don't. Maybe they just are these type of people, you know, that just don't give a fuck about a human life. Who knows? But, you know, it's going to get to a point where even Donald Trump supporters are going to stop supporting him and be sick to their stomach. And I guarantee y'all, there's not going to be a Republican as the next president. It's not. There's no way. We're just in the first year of this administration, and they've pissed so many people off, to include people in their own party. Do you think that the next 3 years, if he lasts that long, that they're not going to piss off even more people, including other races of people? This is just the beginning, y'all. This is just the beginning. We just in the first year of the second administration, you know? And who's to say that when his time does come, if he makes it to that point, that he will relinquish the power? Because we already seen how he tried to say that the last election was rigged and all this other shit just to stay in power and let these people storm the Capitol and all that. Like, the circus continues. But I guarantee you, when the next administration comes in, they better hope and pray that it's not a Democrat, because all these same people are going to laugh now and cry later when they become the target, when they become the victims of the witch hunt that they're trying to impose on other people. Rest in peace to Renee Good. Rest in peace to Alex Preddy. I ain't gonna make this video too much longer. Tell me what y'all think about this ICE shit, man. Tell me what y'all think about all these protests, and what is the solution to this? What is the solution? Because I hear a lot of privileged ass people like, well, they're over here illegally. Well, guess what? We have laws for all this. Well, guess what? Your ancestors came over there. Your white ancestors came over illegally too, and then decided to make up the rules for people after they had already landed here and took people's land and killed off a bunch of other motherfuckers. And then y'all decide to move the goalpost and then put some rules in place. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how hypocritical motherfuckers can be when they are a benefit of people coming to America illegally themselves. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and help the channel grow. Share, like these videos. I got a notification that says I'm back now to where I can, you know, if I hit certain, you know, milestones, that I can start making money off this shit. So I'm gonna be more active on this YouTube from now on, because I was just doing this shit just when I felt like doing this shit. But as soon as I start getting a check from this shit, yeah, I'll be a YouTube nigga, not just a nigga on YouTube. You feel me? So hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and help the channel grow. It's King.